Antarctica. It's cold there. Every time we go there, we all freeze to death. Not really, but the remote viewers, their teeth are chattering, they're shaking, they're even complaining. It sucks, but if we didn't go there, I wouldn't be able to tell you what's happening, and so we went there again. One thing about doing this type of work is that, well, remote viewers, they have an experience, and the experience is something that affects the person remote viewing. We go to these locations, we experience what's there. It's full body. It's not looking at a record of something, it's actually being there, but obviously not in a physical way. So on to one of the coldest places on Earth, Wilkes Land Antarctica. This is located in eastern Antarctica, and the area from the outside perspective, well, it's just a massive ice sheet. It's kind of nothing special. Underneath, though, is a totally different story. Using NASA's GRACE satellites, a team of researchers took gravity readings of the area in 2006. The data they got back showed that there was a massive gravitational anomaly 190 miles wide coming from that area. As satellites fly over this area, they're pulled down somewhat because of this big anomaly. From radar imagery, the anomaly is basically concentrated within a larger ring-like structure that is 300 miles wide. So it's a massive feature under the surface of the Wilkes Land ice. A gravity anomaly, it was basically a location that has an unusual concentration of mass, and this causes a difference in gravity on the Earth's surface. So in this case, something extremely dense, a mascon, lies beneath the ice. But what is it? Let's go through some of the quick theories about this. Number one, this could be an impact crater from an asteroid, and the anomaly, that could be dense material from the impact. Now, that is the predominant theory going right now. Number two, it could be a mantle plume, which is hot rock that rises up from the Earth's mantle. Number three, it could be extensive but somewhat normal volcanic activity. And number four, it could be a UFO base. Number five, it could be a Nazi UFO base. And number six, it could even be an ancient structure. Now, we looked at this a couple times using non-local image streaming, blind, always blind. First, we did this open search under the ice, and then a more focused point on the cause of the gravitational anomaly. Now, I'll admit that our first priority is to basically uncover the strange side, if there is one there, rather than the scientific side. You know, we do work on science projects, but hey, this is kind of my fun time. And there's a lot of high-profile people visiting Antarctica, which draws a lot of speculation about what's going on down there. So, according to our data, which one is it? Well, under the ice, what's described by the viewers is a zone, a fracture, where you have a ton of energy coming up from within the Earth, a sort of fire and ice zone. There's water roiling, there's sulfur and mineral smells, there's lava, both hardened and liquid, this bright red plume coming up. This is described as an area where there's this concentric emission that's moving up and out, and it forms a kind of a mushroom shape. So the main thing that we see as the cause of the anomaly is this natural force, this plume from inside the Earth moving up and fracturing the crust. And it seems like maybe we could be describing in part a mantle plume. Well, that's basically an area where this abnormally hot rock from the center of the Earth moves upward and then spreads out. Sometimes it can cool near the surface, get really dense. This doesn't negate an impact in the past, though. It just means that the predominant cause is coming from within the Earth. In fact, some scientists speculate that massive impacts could cause deep enough penetration of the crust that it causes this type of volcanic activity. So it looks like we may have a mix of things here, but all natural. Not a spaceship, not a UFO base as some purport. In fact, about half of what we look at in general rarely holds up to the claims people make on the strange side. But I gotta say, sometimes it does hold up. And we did see something else that was unrelated to the gravitational anomaly. Something ancient, something constructed. Also, do you recall when some very high profile people went down there? Yeah, right? They weren't there for pleasantries. Something was found in the ice and they don't know what it is. So make sure you subscribe and you catch part 2 of this episode because I've run out of seconds. In that, I'm going to uncover what else we came across underneath the Antarctic ice.